Hi, we are Felix and Marianna talking to you from the remote but active port of Longyearbyen on Svalbard. My interest is disaster management and the innovative uses of renewable energy.
My interest is in global systems and the economics of the shipping industry. We are taking on this challenge to propose a new way of organising shipping that will achieve three things. Firstly, it will complement the predicted continued use of large capacity ships. Secondly, it will bring sustainability and stable costs to the process of fueling an effective fleet.
As a result, it will give more flexibility in a disaster response and avoid adding additional stress to local infrastructure which is already stretched or overwhelmed.
Biogas is a central component to our proposed solution. Biogas is a fuel generated by the breakdown of organic materials. And the raw material for generating biogas can be agricultural waste, food waste, plant waste, or municipality sewage waste. Biogas is an abundant source of energy, both in the rural and in the urban context. And the collection infrastructure for organic material is well established in most countries around the globe. Biogas, if it was to be used as a supply for fuel, would be a predictable cost element in running a business, because the availability and supply of biogas is largely dependent on the organic matter, which again is a function of how many people are feeding into the system of that particular catchment or sewage system. Biogas is a proven technology and is used in both heavy industry and transport today. However, the technology is both from an economic and from a technological perspective not used to its full potential. Further innovation and research could, for example, increase the biogas yield and accelerate the process of generating biogas, for example, by using engineered microorganisms. Perhaps it's possible to have biogas generated within 1 day from when it was collected.
We're suggesting that rather than simply adopting biogas as an alternative or additional fuel source for the industry, this sort of technology could be best used through a network of smaller autonomous cargo vessels fueled by a fleet of mobile biogas production facilities on ships. I'll use this little diagram here to explain a little bit further. So here we have these autonomous smaller cargo vessels that can deliver cargo not only to those established ports that can receive large container vessels, but also as and when demanded, the network can flex to deliver cargo to other locations, perhaps smaller ports that can't receive such ships. Of course, with smaller vessels like this comes shorter range. That's when the mobile biogas production facilities come in. They will be collecting the raw material from land, perhaps from wastewater treatment plants near ports or in other locations, transporting it into our distribution network to the optimal points in that network depending on the flow of traffic through it, converting the raw material into biogas en route. So you can see that with the sorts of technological improvements that we're predicting and advocating in terms of the speed of conversion from raw material to biogas, this could become a very smoothly functioning system with continuously moving goods through an adaptable network responsive to demand in different locations, crucially able to deliver to a broader range of locations, all fueled by biogas.
And now that we have an adaptable system that is both independent of the major ports and their fueling operations, we can talk a little bit about disaster scenarios. In a disaster response, the most affected population is often found far away and remote from a central port, which makes the effective distribution of relief items really challenging and slow if you were to base it on this central model of one major port. So this system of a flexible and adaptable network offers benefits to people who are in need of critical relief items because of its inherent flexibility that can also set up a distribution of items to smaller ports. So this proposed solution is an attractive way of organizing parts of the shipping industry, but in particular it does offer benefits to people who are struck and affected by disaster because it gives them the opportunity to get what they need rather than what is available to ports near them.